Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode here at Doctors of Podiatry. When we talk about truly amazing cases, this is a true definition of exactly what I mean. This is, on all jokes aside, how old are you now?
42.
This is a 42-year-old patient that in 2011 sustained a very unfortunate accident in front of her home. She was sitting on the steps in front of her home and a car plowed into her. When the car plowed into her, I guess the individual that was driving the car, they probably, in shock, they put the car in reverse. And unfortunately, basically pulled a large portion of the foot and leg off. During the course of the next 2 years, the patient was living in the hospital. The patient underwent no less than 10 surgeries. They recommended below the knee amputations multiple times. I commend, hats off to the entire team, 7 physicians who were part of this truly incredible case that I'm going to present today. When you talk about miracles, this is a miracle because, and I understand that, some of the doctors that may have recommended the below the knee amputation, it's, clearly the easy, way out. But I'm sure there was no easy decision for anyone in this scenario. Let's take a look. So, what do we have here? Let's start here. So, kind of like a sock, all of this, come around here, Sebastian, please. Bring your foot up. This, right? It's a sock. This is all her foot. Anatomically, nothing happened really to the toes. So, what I suppose, and what probably happened is this part, all of this, was detached from this. So the foot was essentially mangled. Okay? This is the plantar aspect of the foot. This never moved. Now, all of this, and you can see the demarcation here. This is, by the way, this is normal. This is not. And it basically carves around all of this. If you guys can imagine, all of this was open. It was filleted open. Normal? Not normal. Not normal, I mean that it was taken from another part of the body. It's a graft. Let's look at the top again. Before I tell you guys what we're gonna do. So again, this is normal, this is not. This is normal, this is not. And obviously the patient is missing bone, and it's truly remarkable that they were able to achieve a functional, for all intents, I would say a functional foot and ankle and extremity. But it's so delicate. It's so delicate. if anyone is wondering, all of the grafts were taken from, these are full thickness, split thickness, full thickness. I suspect muscle flaps from where? The back. Yeah, from the back. Probably from the latissimus dorsi, this area here. And they basically just put all of this back together. This is incredible. So, why is the patient here? You know, this is the second time I see the patient. The patient went back to her hometown and just recently came back. This is the problem. Two problems. Problem number one, easy fix. She's got this fifth toe, which is basically cocked up. As everyone can see, it's raised. And it's causing a tremendous amount of pain. So what we're going to go ahead and do is perform a minimally invasive procedure just to basically, you know, have the toe come down back to its normal anatomical, you know, location. But let's really look at the problem here. Excuse me. Unfortunately, the fat pad of the heel was basically just, it probably came off with the entire, again, I don't know the exact mechanism of the injury, but it's no longer there, right? We don't have this fat pad, this pad here. So, I'm so sorry. It's very, very sensitive, this area. So, there is heel bone, the calcaneus is there, but there's only skin and bone. There is no fat. There is nothing to absorb the weight and the pressure. Patient cannot walk on this, by the way. And we already debrided. She had a huge callus here. It was already debrided. And look how the skin, I don't know if you guys can really see here. Look how tight all this is. You see? Everything's so tight. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, we already spoke about it once. We're revisiting this, you know, the plan at this point. And I already reached out, I remember the first time, I already reached out to a dear friend of mine who's a plastic surgeon. And I'm going to go ahead and reach out to him again. First is first. We're going to send the patient to see a dear friend of mine who's an endovascular surgeon to make sure, even whether it's the toe or anything, or, you know, before we do anything, we need a blessing from the vascular surgeon. No blood, no healing. I've said it before. Simple as that. Once we get the blessing that everything is okay, because we don't really know, in respect to the main arteries of the foot, if any of the arteries were compromised, and the patient is giving me the whole, so go ahead, you can talk.
I only have one.
You only have one.
I lost two in the accident.
So the patient, I didn't know this, patient lost two main arteries, so that means on the, okay, and then we have the center, okay. So we have one artery. So the question is that enough? And again, I'm not the expert, I'm not the plumber, I'm, you know, doctor, you know, our dear friend, the endovascular surgeon, is going to be the one to tell us, listen, I recommend that you don't do this, or you're okay to do this. And he may very well say no intervention whatsoever. But my, you know, when we talk about prevention, 42 years old, we are, sorry about that. We are a very busy office. The my main concern is that the skin on this skin right here on the heel, this is going to break down. If this breaks down, we have an ulcer. There is no fat. It's going to be skin, it's going to open up, and we're going to see the bone there. Then we're going to end up with bone infection. Oh boy. Bone infection, then we have to debride the bone. That means the patient needs to be admitted to the hospital, IV antibiotics, the whole works. Then, how do we eradicate bone infection? Well, we have to remove bone. Oh boy, more surgeries. And now we're opening up a real serious can of worms. And that may place the limb at risk for loss. Patient has how many braces?
At a fixator is called for 2 years in my life.
No, but I'm saying after now. Now, what you have?
Oh, I have a shoe, another shoe.
Conservatively speaking, after everything, they I guess
I've had plastic things.
all types of devices, orthotics, this and that, and nothing is apparently working.
No.
So we have to make certain decisions at this point.
Shoes open wounds in my foot.
The shoes open wounds.
Sneakers. I can't wear chanclas.
This is a great, I hate to say it, it's a very interesting case. And you know that, we've spoken about it. You know, we've done it in the past. These are incredibly brittle, intricate, yet challenging cases. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes we can't do anything because of the trauma that has already occurred. Give everyone another visual here. Again, it's totally striking. Look at this. Imagine someone just took they just took a knife and just basically detached the whole thing. Unbelievable. It really is. Incredible. Look at this. I will definitely keep everyone afloat on this patient's progress. Again, vascular. We need a blessing there. Then we'll go ahead and, at that point, we'll make a decision whether we go this way, or
no way at all.
No way at all. Exactly. I commend all of the, number one, I think I commend the patient for a lot of reasons. I commend the team that was part of this, which is, again, absolutely just incredible. The human body is really truly remarkable. But sometimes I'm speechless. And this is one of those cases where I just go, wow. Like always, www.jawspodiatry.com, Instagram, Dr. Tojam, Jaws Podiatry, Facebook, and last but not least, our YouTube channel, Jaws Healthcare. I'm gonna definitely, whether good or bad, I will keep everyone afloat. I think this is a great case that I think a lot of people will enjoy, number one, and number two, will want to know what's gonna happen next.
Amen.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day, everyone.